Welcome back to San Antonio Living. Running to the grocery store for a carton of eggs can be an easy task, or it could be a nightmare depending on your attitude, plus the attitudes and behaviors of other shoppers. So our etiquette expert Diane Gottsman is here this morning with some tips on how to be a polite shopper. So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
I need you to know that I hate the grocery store.
We're a yin and a yang. I love the grocery stores, but we both need these tips then, you know, on both sides of the coin.
For sure. And I think it's a good refresher course because people are crazy lately.
Yes.
And so here are some reminders. We're going to go through some tips for you this morning. Number one, pick the right size basket.
You know, so I am a basket picker because I know what I want, but probably you who hates it are just going in and trying to get it over with.
Yes.
So you grab the first basket you can get. And if you're going through the aisles and overflowing your basket, you get to the checkout and then everybody has to wait for you.
Yes.
Because now the person bagging your groceries has to go get an extra basket for you. So it's a time waster.
Okay. Also, you need to bring a shopping list, which I do because otherwise I forget stuff.
Yes, we all do. And even if it's on your phone, but that's another topic, make sure that you have some type of list, because if you go hungry, then you either buy too much or you're crabby. So one or the other.
And that's another tip. You need to eat before you go to the grocery store, because if you don't, you end up buying things you don't need.
So many more things, and it's financially sound to eat before you go, so you're not picking up everything as you go because it looks good. Okay.
Here's a tip for moms with kids. Make sure you've got the kids strapped into the cart if that's what you're doing, right?
And we love kids. And, you know, we have to take kids to the grocery store. It's a fact of life. So the rest of us need to be courteous and compassionate to mom who has multiple kids, but make sure the children are strapped in so they're not trying to climb out or are running up and down the aisle. So just kind of keep track of where everybody is.
Very true. That is one of my pet peeves when there are kids running all over the grocery. I'm like, where's your mom? What's going on around here? You know, got to be careful. Okay, here's something. Think about how many items you have before you start unloading them in the wrong place.
So if it says 10, 15 items or less, make sure that you're following those rules. Now, what's going to happen
is there like a leeway? Like if it says 10, can you do 12?
Well, not if somebody's standing behind you and counting, because then, you know, they're counting, they're mad at you. But what happened to me last week is there was no one there. I had probably 30 things, and the really sweet checker said, come here. Then people came behind me, and I felt awful because I felt like they thought I was cheating.
Something similar happened to me where I wasn't paying attention and I got into the wrong one, and then I looked up and I was like, yes, okay. Let's see. Be a thoughtful driver with your cart.
Okay, that's my pet peeve. So it's a thoughtful driver in and out of the grocery store, because when you're in the grocery store, make sure that you know where you're going. So you're not on your phone texting, looking down, unless you're looking at your grocery list and bumping into people or items. But when you're outside, let people pass. Give the pedestrians the right of way, because we're all trying to get there and it's not going to be any faster. So just be a courteous driver.
All right, this is one us 80s kids grew up eating our way through the grocery store. Mom would always hand us stuff, right? We'd save the wrapper and like put it on the thing, and that's how we paid for stuff. Is that okay to do anymore?
That's so funny.
Total 80s.
No, I don't think so. So, you know, in desperation, your baby, your toddler is hungry. Yes, you can give them something. Make sure you run it through the checker. But generally, you don't want to go through the aisles grazing yourself, eating your cookies, opening your bottle of soda. Now, grapes, you know, that's a different story. People say, well, can I try a grape? Well, I think they should be washed first, but that's another story. So I think you can try a grape, but
just one.
Just one. Maybe two if it's green and red. I don't know. The grocery store may not like me saying that.
All right. Stay off your cell phone when you're at the grocery store.
Yes. And even if you have the earbuds in your ears, you're talking out loud.
Yes.
It's just confusing, and just stay focused on your focus, which is buying groceries.
For sure. And be ready to pay when you check out. Don't be digging through your purse trying to find everything.
That's another one of my pet peeves. So when it's time to pay, they give you the amount. Your card or your cash should be ready. Don't start then looking through your bag or your purse.
And finally, keep your conversations short and sweet when you're in the checkout line.
We get to know the checkers and we love them and we know about them, but don't carry on lengthy conversations because people are waiting behind you.
All right, there you go. That is a roadmap to the grocery store. Thank you so much. Always good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Guys, you can find Diane Gottsman at the Protocol School of Texas right here in San Antonio. Visit the website, protocolschooloftexas.com, and be sure you're following Diane on Instagram for more great tips at Diane Gottsman.